Welcome everyone to a new tutorial where I'll show you how to build your own website. You'll realize, especially for beginners, that it can be extremely frustrating and lengthy, or sometimes difficult, to create your own website, even though there are a multitude of platforms. We're always lost trying to figure out which one to choose. The cheapest, the most profitable, the one that will provide us with the most satisfaction and options. I'm going to show you in this video how to do this in a very simple way. You're going to see there's a war raging on social media, in the world of marketing, of online business, trying to figure out what's best. Is it better to have a website? Is it better to have a sales funnel? Is it better to have a blog? Well, today this platform, System.io, it gives you absolutely everything in a single platform. It's truly wonderful. This is a new System.io feature. For those without a System.io account, you can create one and get these new features absolutely free. I've included a link in the description. I've also linked the launch kit with 4 ready-to-use systems to help you earn your first 1,000 euros. It's 100% free, everything's included. Plus, I'm giving bonus access for those who want to go further. Everything is in the links in the description. Without further ado, let's get straight to what interests us, creating a website. I've made several tutorials on how to create sales funnels. We'll focus on the website at the very top of the menu you see there. You'll find a Sites tab, and under it, Website, Sales Funnel, Page Builder, Blog, a new System.io feature, Websites. Click here to create a website. It's simply your showcase page, but the main advantage is that it's a funnel builder. Actually, it's an extremely simple site builder. You'll see, to be able to customize your own website in just a few minutes, it can be ready by using templates that are already prepared. And I'm certain that System.io will add more templates. And most importantly, everything happens on the same page. You'll see it's absolutely brilliant. I'll just click the Create button on the right. I'm going to give, for example, a name to my website. I'm going to choose a domain. If you don't have a domain name yet, I provided tutorials on this channel to help you set up and connect your domain name. Everything you need is right here. So I'm going to choose a domain at random, then I'll select my site's language, and finally click on Save. It will offer me 6 or 7 templates here, and I'm certain they'll keep adding more templates over time. But the main goal here is just to show you the full range of possibilities. I'll choose a random template, click Save, and my template is imported right now into my page editor. You'll see how it works to create your website. What's the difference? A funnel is actually a succession of web pages designed to guide, to create a customer journey towards the ultimate purchase. Here, this is simply your page, your showcase site, presenting who you are, your company, your values, contact pages, and so on. And the main advantage is that you have absolutely everything right here on one single editor. How does the editor work? It operates exactly like any page editor on System.io, funnel, email, sales funnel, or blog. Everything is inside. Everything is exactly the same. I click somewhere, and a menu appears on the left. I can choose to retrieve elements and place them where I want to have that element. After that, I can customize that element. I can delete, duplicate, I can save these items, I can do absolutely everything. The only difference now is that here, when I go back, you'll see the menu for pages, pop-ups, styles, and settings, all at the top left. We're going to start with the settings menu. If I click on it, I can actually manage my site's name. That's my personal name. How did I choose its name? The site's main language. I can add more languages. Okay. I can add a multitude of languages and the logo if I've decided to have a personalized logo, to have an image rather than text. We'll look at all that. But I'll show you in more detail. So in the settings, I can definitely adjust the style. In the Style tab, the difference is that I can choose the typography from these tabs. I can customize the site's colors, headers, footers, buttons, and in fact, every time I customize something here, it will apply to my entire site. It's a huge time saver. That means that when I personalize something here, it will automatically, if I choose a button color, be the same color for all future pages I create. For all the pages that are located inside, here, you see in the Pages tab, for all pages, it will be exactly the same. It's absolutely brilliant. Pop-up if I want, I can create personalized pop-ups, just like in sales funnels. So I can set up a button to open a pop-up, or I can set up an action to open a pop-up. This, I can do without any problem. I can come right here, I'm going to delete this particular part, and then I have my Pages tab, and in this tab, I will have all the different pages of my website, okay, all of them. So I have my showcase website, and if I click on products, instead of, say, just scrolling down to a product category on the same page, I can have a second page with the products tab. I can have a third page for clients, maybe, client testimonials, case studies. You see, there are many pages available here, all within the same editor. I don't need to leave the funnel, create a new page in a new funnel, or rather, in the same funnel, create a new page, etc. Everything is here. It's absolutely great. Now, how does it work in practice? I'm going to show you a few things. At the top, we now have a single block for the header. You see, when I click inside the block, right at the top, I have website header, and I can now configure the site header. And this will apply to all pages, right? You remember? All my pages here. I'll have my custom header, and I can customize it once. It'll be valid for everything else, which isn't the case in a funnel. So what can I set up here? When I'm here, I can see the design type. Okay, the background color. I can put an image in the background. I can modify If I want to add a border, I can put it just at the bottom, but a border, and then we'll add a border like this, you see. I can at the top, oh sorry, I'm at the bottom. Only at the bottom, and I can add, you see. So I can configure many elements here. I can add corners, angles, I can make it larger, smaller, I can orient it, center it, and so on. I can add shadows, in short. Here, I go to the design to manage my site's header, and this will apply to all my pages. I can then choose the elements I want to appear here on this page, meaning I can have my menu, that's in the version, actually the menu, sorry. This is the menu I see. I can customize it for mobile too, but this is my menu. I can choose, and as soon as someone clicks on one of these menus, I can send them to a custom URL. I can, so it'll be one of my pages. I can send it to a page on a site, you see? And here I'll choose the site's page. It could be another URL, for example. You also have, I won't confuse you, but you have a capture page that's on a funnel. So I can retrieve that capture page's URL, create a custom URL, and then copy paste the URL here. I can decide to have a submenu. So that means when someone goes, the product tab will open, and then I'll have a submenu here. I can add elements. Let's say, I don't know, I'm making, for instance, a menu for a pizzeria. I'd have the menu, the drinks, the pizzas. So I can create a menu, and then have pizza, drinks, desserts, etc. And so there, I'd actually have the different, perhaps pages or sections I'm going to, all that. So I can absolutely customize everything in here. It's absolutely brilliant. Next, what else can I customize in my element? Right here. Right here in the header, if I go back, I can decide to set up my logo. My logo, you see here, it's written in English, so it's your logo, but it's text. I can decide to choose to place an image. I can customize the font. I can customize the size. I can also add more buttons. So if I come here, I'm going to add some other buttons. We can see that the buttons clicked here, they appear. So this will be a new button. I can decide to make a login button. Let's say I have a member area. I'd say, if you want to log in, go to mysite.com, and at the top, you can log in. Then, that will send your audience to a login page you can also customize. On this login page, they'll enter their email or password. They'll have access, perhaps, if you have an online course, to the online courses they have access to, which you've granted them. I can decide to add text. I can decide to add a button. So, this is quite specific. I'm not sure why Systemi did this, but to easily share on Twitter X, you can add a button here, and I can, very interesting, if that's your situation and it's necessary, actually have a language selector, meaning I can effectively create my website in multiple languages. And in that case, I'll be able to duplicate each of the pages. It's absolutely brilliant. It's done automatically, and I can actually have several languages in my site in multiple languages super fast. I'll show you. So let's say I leave my language selector. For now, I only have French because this video is in French. But if I go into my settings and I come here to site language and I add languages, for example, automatically Systemio will allow me an offer to automatically create all my existing pages. He will copy them and put them in an English tab. So I'll click on copy, and automatically all my pages were created. That means now if I go to the top left, we'll save the changes. We save. I go to the top left, and once I'm here now, I have a tab with the French language, a tab with the English language. I have 9 pages in both, and in fact all these pages have been automatically duplicated for the English version. Here they're put into draft, because when I customize them later, they must be published to be visible online to your audience. But the main advantage is that now, I just have to retrieve them and go into each page to translate, customize the images, text, etc. It won't translate automatically, but it will automatically create the pages. And what's also great is, when I'm on my pages, okay, so we remember, I'm on my website, and my website has several pages. And when I'm on my pages, I can decide to add a page. I can decide without any problem to, I don't know, I have no idea, we could put, it's a page to show our team, for example. And there, we'll have what I've set up. Since I don't have a team, we'll automatically have the URL created and personalized. I can click on save. Here it's created in the French version. If I go to the English version, automatically, at the bottom left it tells me, warning, I've created a page in French, but it's missing in English. I can duplicate it, and automatically it creates my page in the English version, which I can then customize in the appropriate language, create some, add elements, put in videos, photos, other elements, and so on. I can do absolutely everything within this. It's absolutely brilliant. So if I just come right here, and then delete, and actually, I could, right here, click to add another row. Then we'll add, maybe, I don't know, like 4 columns. We'll say, for example, I have my team, the director, marketing, HR, and so on. Okay, this is absolutely great. I'm going to click save. I'll continue. So I could create my English pages, I could create my French pages, and each time, it will automatically duplicate them. So when I want to customize a page, let's say my main page, I click on it, it takes me to my main page, and when I click anywhere on the page, I have my page editor, which I find just like in any other editor on any page within Systemio. I have rows, I have columns, I can customize, oh no columns, sorry, just rows, and I can customize all of them. If I click on it, I can adjust the height, shadows, color, backgrounds, borders, border color, and rounding. I can choose to display it only on desktop or mobile. I can create a desktop version, a mobile version. I can reverse the columns, you see. Here, I'm not sure if this is a good example for this one, but maybe here, you see, in the blue, I have a column, a left column, a right column. And if I click in the editor, it offers me in the appearance settings to disable stacking, meaning for a mobile version, instead of a left and right column, it'll put the left column on top and the right below for smoother reading. So I can customize all of that. I can reverse the order of the columns. It's absolutely brilliant. If I go all the way to the bottom of my site, my page, I have a footer tab here, okay? It's exactly the same as for the header, meaning I'll customize it just once, and it will be valid for all pages of my site. And when I customize it, I can choose colors, add images, add borders. I can customize what's inside, and each time it will update for the rest of the site. It's very important never to forget to save when that's the case. If I decide to edit my page, I can add, you see here, an email capture. I can add a button, a call to action. The button, when I click it, what happens? I'll save the contact, someone who enters their email on my site. I retrieve their contact information, then I send them to a personalized redirect URL. Once I have their contact, I can choose to enable double opt-in, or I can choose to activate a form. This form will ensure it retrieves this address, assigns it a tag, etc. All of this is only within the page editor. It's absolutely amazing. For those who want to take things a bit further, you can also, like on sales funnel pages, add HTML code, okay? I can add a tab for HTML code, customize my HTML code, and then create animations, create customizations within your site. It's absolutely super interesting. I can now delete things. I will save it every single time. When I make a change, I can add a form, and so on. And right here, if I just come, he's going to retrieve the email address, and when he clicks, we're going to get the contact to a personalized URL, and that, tack. So that's it. So that's really good. Once that's done, I go through my pages and click Publish each time to publish a page. If I want to delete it, I delete it. If I want to adjust this page, I click the three dots, then I go to the settings. Here, I'll be able to change the page name. I'll be able to assign it a very specific URL. I'll be able to create rules, SEO parameters to optimize search engine results. I can decide for which language this page was duplicated. I can add tracking code. You know, it's the tracking code if you use tracking tools, which I recommend. Well, I can copy-paste my code inside, and it will be valid for the rest of the site. And something else I wanted to show you. I don't recall if it's here. No, yesterday. Yes, that's it. What I wanted to show you, basically, is that, well, since I determined my site's primary language was French, it recognizes that the main URL for these pages, the URL I chose, is my primary URL. And when I create and decide to create versions, let me just show you here. And that I decided to create versions in different languages. Well, the big advantage, in fact, is that, well, I don't need to worry about the URL, because if I go to the English version and I go into the settings, well, automatically it's added the prefix EN for English, but each time it will add the two-letter prefix for the language you've chosen. And it will be exactly the same URL, except that, well, I'll always have the little prefix after the slash of the language, ultimately the two initials of the language I would have chosen. That's absolutely great. And so I can also set it up for English, for French, if I have several languages, etc. It's absolutely fantastic because it's super easy to implement and it's super easy to configure. So now you set up all your pages. Once that's done, don't forget to publish your pages. When it's done, above all, you save. You also don't forget to optimize. You see, it's not optimized for the mobile version to ensure that, well, my mobile version is 100% functional and that, well, ultimately it looks good, which is the most important thing on mobile. And when that's done, I save, I exit, and once I'm ready, I go to the three dots here and I activate my site, and then, well, my site is activated with the domain name, and I've created a site in about 10-15 minutes, super easily. Okay? So again, don't hesitate. If you have questions, comment below. You can build your site in about 10 minutes. It'll be ready. Then, it might take you a bit more time to customize it, your photos, the time to find them, your copywriting, what you'll put on your site, but the advantage is, in a few clicks, your site is ready. It's really interesting, this feature they've launched, and it's meant to complement, well, for a blog if you have one, or your various sales funnels, to have a common place, you see, to connect. To have a common place where you can send your audience, so they can also connect if they have memberships, if you have programs with courses, so they can connect to communities, etc. This platform is brilliant. It keeps evolving, so I always recommend it. If you don't have a System.io account yet, you can create one for free by clicking the link in the description. I've provided my launch kit. It's free. You can grab it. You'll get 4 systems to generate your first €1,000 a month. Funnels, sequences, automations. Everything is included. It's free inside. And for those who want to go a bit further, I've also included bonuses if you wish to create an account. So, let's say you don't have a System.io account, and you want to take advantage of an offer for a reduced price plus the bonuses I'm giving you. Well, everything is in the description. Even if you already have a paid account, you can decide to switch to an annual plan. I'm giving you some awesome bonuses to help you go faster and monetize your online site, your super easy funnel, even better, more easily and quickly. Thank you, and I'll see you next time for another tutorial.